Understand this, seeker of mastery. You have known struggle, yes, but your future achievements will bring a joy born of your own deliberate creation, for you possess the inherent capacity to make all things new in your experience. The cycle of unrewarded effort is concluding. I speak to your inner architect today, to ignite your profound resolve and unshakable determination. I channel into your subconscious mind the very essence of indomitable courage. I recognize the weight of past disappointments you have carried, the mental anguish that has shadowed you through countless nights of self-examination. You have visualized, you have striven with focused desire, you have persisted, and at times, you have questioned if the immutable laws of success were truly responding to your efforts. But I assure you, not a single concentrated thought has been expended in vain. Not one moment of disciplined action has gone unrecorded in the ledger of cause and effect. Every spark of ambition, every flicker of hope that still burns within the depths of your being, has registered with the creative intelligence of the universe. Today, I reach into the core of your being to remind you that you are the master of your own mental kingdom, the captain of your destiny, equipped with principles that heal old wounds of doubt, restore unwavering faith in yourself, and never fail when diligently applied. You are the shepherd of your thoughts, and you must now lead them toward the fertile pastures of definite achievement. Though the tempests of adversity have raged, and the winds of negative suggestion have sought to throw you off course, you remained anchored to your definite chief aim, and because of that unwavering persistence, your efforts will now bear fruit. There is no virtue in prolonged defeat, but there is immense power in the resilience you have forged through it. You have been molded, even in the crucible of confusion, by the very challenges you have surmounted. What appeared as delay was, in truth, the universe aligning the perfect conditions, the opportune moment, the precise methodology for the manifestation of your heart's most profound desires. You have not been forgotten by these laws. You have been in a state of intense, albeit unconscious, preparation. Now is the season of your ascent. Now is the moment you begin to command circumstances in your favor through the focused power of your will. Cease your focus on what is lacking. Direct your attention to the infinite power resident within you. You are your own source of strength, your own provider of opportunity, your own catalyst for transformation, and your own sustainer through the unwavering discipline of your mind. Everything essential for your success is found by unlocking the vast resources of your inner self. When the external world seems to drain your vitality, turn inward to that inexhaustible wellspring of personal power, and you will find renewal. This power is freely accessible to all who deliberately cultivate and direct it. Let your mind find its anchor in the profound truth that this power is ever present and ever responsive. It will grant you a conviction that transcends all doubt and fear. Even now, this conviction, this applied faith, is flowing into every broken area of past plans, every anxious thought, and every weary resolve. Let me impress this truth upon your consciousness. Let me galvanize you with the affirmations of self-mastery and personal power. You are not too far from your goal. You are not irreparably damaged by past errors. You are not forgotten by the principles of achievement. You are a dynamic force. You chose this path of growth, this pursuit of your highest potential, long before you consciously articulated it. And you have been relentlessly driven by the desire for self-improvement and significant accomplishment every step of your journey. The scars of previous attempts do not disqualify you. They are badges of honor that amplify your resolve and testify to your persistence. These principles are not reserved for the already perfect, but for the ambitious, the determined, the temporarily discouraged who refuse to stay down. And I declare to you today, rise again with renewed and definite purpose. Breathe again with focused intention. Hope again with unwavering belief in your power to achieve. For you have, through your persistent thought and desire, already prepared the way where none seemed to exist. You are restoring your own hope. You are rebuilding your own joy. You are reigniting your own faith in these immutable laws of success. You will no longer walk under the oppressive shadow of despair and self-doubt. You are consciously placing a new and brilliant light within your own soul, the light of understanding. You will discern opportunity in circumstances that once seemed to hold only sorrow. You will discover profound strength in situations where you once felt only weakness. The long night of uncertainty is passing, and the dawn of your self-directed achievement is breaking. I promise you, your period of unrewarded struggle will not last forever. You are the alpha and the omega of your own experience, the beginning of your focused desire and the end of its materialization. And you now decree over your life a new chapter, one filled with healing from old limitations, powered by a definite purpose, and marked by divine encounters with opportunity and synchronicity. Take command of your own hand. Let go of the fear that has held your initiative captive for so long. Release the shame, the guilt, the regrets associated with past misapplications of these principles. You bore the lessons of those experiences upon the cross of your own evolving consciousness. You are free, fully, completely, eternally, by the power of your own sovereign decision. Walk in that freedom now. Let enthusiasm, that irresistible force, return to your heart. Let affirmations of success and abundance become the habitual language of your lips. You are not a victim of your past. You are a victor by the power of your disciplined mind. Stand up. Not in your old, limited perception of strength, but in the full, unbridled force of your developed personal power. This power will carry you, lift you, and lead you. Every deliberate step you take in alignment with this understanding will inevitably lead to achievement, profound inner peace, and lasting fulfillment. Today, you are consciously placing upon your shoulders the mantle of unshakable courage, born of understanding these laws. You will face the future without fear, because you go before it with a definite plan, a clear vision. You surround yourself with the angelic protection of a positive mental attitude, a fortress against all negativity. You guard your mind, your heart's desires, and your purposeful steps. No weapon of negative suggestion formed against your definite aim shall prosper. The forces of doubt and discouragement attempted to break your spirit, but you have, through the application of wisdom, built yourself stronger. You are rising. You are healing your mind of old, limiting thought patterns. You are moving forward with irresistible power.
Section 2. You feel the chill of the night deepen, the fire now a bed of glowing embers, and as you drift through time, the raw, untamed landscape of primal existence begins to give way to something new, something more organized. You see the first tentative settlements, mud brick walls rising unsteadily, the faint glint of copper tools, and hear the murmur of early languages, more complex now, weaving stories, laws, and something else, the sacred. This is where the primal dance of attraction starts to be choreographed by a powerful new partner, religion. As societies grew beyond small hunter-gatherer bands, developing agriculture and more permanent communities around 10,000 BCE with the Neolithic Revolution, they also developed more elaborate systems of belief to explain the world and, critically, to regulate behavior, including the potent force of human sexuality. The identity of provider, or gatherer, starts to get overlaid with new, more spiritually charged labels. You find yourself in a world where the forces of nature, the sun, the moon, the rain, the very fertility of the earth, are not just phenomena, but deities, powerful entities to be appeased, worshipped, and emulated. And what is more fundamental to fertility, to the continuation of life, than the act of sex itself? Suddenly, this deeply personal, instinctual drive is no longer just about Oog and Ula making little Oogs and Ulas. It's about participating in a cosmic drama, a sacred duty. Your sexual identity becomes intertwined with your spiritual identity. In many early agricultural societies, sex was explicitly linked to the bounty of the land. Rituals emerged, sometimes involving symbolic or even actual sexual acts, designed to ensure good harvests and the prosperity of the community. Imagine the pressure. Your performance in the sacred grove tonight might just determine whether everyone starves next winter. No pressure, right? Talk about performance anxiety with cosmic stakes. You witness the rise of fertility goddesses, figures like Inanna in Mesopotamia or Isis in Egypt, powerful deities who embodied not just motherhood and creation, but also potent sexual agency. Their worshippers, particularly women, might find their own identities elevated, their roles as life-givers imbued with divine significance. Priestesses in some of these cults held considerable power and status, their sexuality seen not as a private matter, but as a conduit to the divine. The famous Standard of Uar, a Sumerian artifact from around 2600 BCE, depicts scenes of banquets and processions, hinting at complex social and religious ceremonies where roles, and by extension identities, were clearly delineated and perhaps divinely sanctioned. Your ability to conceive, or to facilitate conception through ritual, could define your entire place in this new world order. You weren't just a woman, you were a vessel of the sacred, a reflection of the goddess herself. But just as religion could elevate and sacralize sex, it also began to draw lines, to create boundaries, to define what was acceptable and what was not. The concept of the taboo emerges, a powerful psychological force shaping behavior and identity. Certain sexual acts, certain pairings, certain times or places become forbidden, imbued with a sense of danger, of pollution, of offending the gods. This is a crucial development. For the first time, perhaps, your sexual desires aren't just yours. They are subject to a higher, unseen authority. Your identity starts to be shaped not just by what you do, but by what you don't do, by the internal struggle between desire and prohibition. The idea of purity, sexual, ritual, and moral, begins to take root. If you transgress, you are not just an outcast from the tribe, you are an offense to the divine order, a stain on the sacred fabric. That's a heavy weight for any burgeoning identity to bear. You can almost hear the internal monologue. The gods want me to be fruitful, but not with Gronder from the next village, because he worships the wrong kind of rock. This is complicated. Consider the Code of Hammurabi, dating back to around 1754 BCE in Babylon. While primarily a legal document, it contains numerous laws pertaining to marriage, adultery, and incest, reflecting a society already grappling with the need to regulate sexual behavior for social stability. These laws didn't just prescribe punishments, they reinforced societal norms and expectations, shaping how individuals understood their roles and responsibilities as husbands, wives, sons, and daughters. Your legal identity, as defined by your sexual relationships and conduct, became a powerful determinant of your social standing. If you were a married woman accused of adultery, your fate was grim, reflecting a patriarchal structure where female sexual fidelity was paramount for ensuring lineage and inheritance. Your very survival could depend on maintaining a sexually blameless identity. Historians still argue whether the primary function of these early religious and legal codes regarding sex was truly spiritual or more pragmatically aimed at social control, ensuring orderly inheritance, minimizing conflict within the group, or consolidating power for priestly or ruling class. Perhaps it was an inseparable blend of both. But the psychological impact was undeniable. Guilt, shame, and fear, alongside reverence and a sense of sacred duty, became deeply woven into the human experience of sexuality. Your inner landscape, your very sense of self, now had to navigate these complex, often contradictory, messages emanating from the divine realm. My desires are God-given, a sacred fire, but if I act on them in the wrong way, I'm doomed. It's enough to give anyone an identity crisis. And let's not forget the quirky, perhaps even slightly unsettling, side of sacred sex. There are accounts from various ancient cultures of temple prostitution, where individuals engaged in sexual acts within a religious context, ostensibly as a form of worship or to generate income for the temple. Herodotus, the Greek historian, described such practices in Babylon, though the accuracy and interpretation of his accounts are debated by modern scholars. Imagine the identity of someone whose sexual expression was not only sanctioned, but required by their religious role. How did they reconcile personal desire with sacred duty, or navigate the social perceptions that must have come with such a life? It's a far cry from the individualistic pursuit of romantic love we often idealize today. Their identity was likely a complex fusion of the sacred and the transactional, a concept that might make our modern sensibilities
will guide your next steps with divine precision, the unerring precision of clear, focused thought. Do not rush. Walk with deliberate purpose. Let your determined, consistent pace set the rhythm for your path. You are not behind schedule. You are exactly where you need to be to learn the next vital lesson for your advancement. Infinite intelligence, the source of these laws, is not in a hurry, and it is never late. It operates on the principle of perfect timing, which is always now for the prepared mind. The things you thought were lost will be restored to you in a new, more valuable form. The dreams you may have temporarily laid down will rise again, resurrected with new power and crystal clarity, born from your developed mind and spirit. You will be astounded by how you creatively work through your past challenges to produce present and future purpose. Your inner self knows precisely what you have endured. Your inner self is aware of the hidden battles you have fought against doubt, the silent affirmations you have whispered in hope, and the deep, burning longings of your soul. And you will transmute all of it into good, into power, into achievement. Keep your heart perpetually open to new ideas and inspirations. Stay teachable. New wisdom, new understanding, is being poured into your receptive consciousness through every experience and every moment of study. This next chapter of your life will demand greater discernment, keener intuition, and deeper faith in these principles. But it will also be filled with a more profound peace and an undeniable, exhilarating joy of accomplishment. You will use your story, your journey of transformation, to inspire countless others. You will achieve self-mastery, and then you will guide others to heal their own self-imposed limitations. You will strengthen yourself so that you can, in turn, lift others. You are not merely surviving the challenges of life. You are being meticulously prepared to lead, to love more deeply from a foundation of inner strength and abundance, to live more fully with an unshakable sense of purpose. There is absolutely nothing ordinary about you when you consciously tap into your boundless potential. The spirit of infinite intelligence, the very essence of creation, lives within you. That means you carry light, the illuminating light of understanding, into the darkest recesses of ignorance and fear. You carry hope, born of unwavering belief in these principles, into seemingly hopeless situations. And you carry courage, grounded in your mastery of these truths, when others are paralyzed by fear. You will become a living reflection of the immense power of right thinking. People will witness this power manifesting through you. And when they ask how you endured, how you achieved, you will confidently say, "I was never alone. The timeless principles of success walked with me. I mastered my thoughts, and thus, my destiny." Let go of rigid, self-imposed timelines. Release the debilitating habit of comparing your journey to others. Your path is sacred to your unique development. Your growth is uniquely yours. Your story is being written not according to the world's often erratic and superficial pace, but according to the perfect timing of your evolving understanding and application, with the indelible pen of your own focused, unwavering intention. Let your higher self, your connection to the universal mind, write this next magnificent chapter with beauty, grace, and profound wonder. Your part, your responsibility, is to remain completely surrendered to your definite chief aim. Stay flexible and adaptable. Keep listening intently to the whispers of your intuition. Continue to believe with every fiber of your being, even when the answers and manifestations haven't fully materialized in the physical realm. When fear attempts to whisper its insidious lies, immediately counter it by reminding yourself of these powerful, immutable principles. When doubt insidiously creeps in, speak the resounding truth of your inherent power, the truth you have consciously and deliberately placed in your heart. When you feel tired, lean upon your developed inner strength, your spiritual fortitude. This is your true, inexhaustible source. It will lift you up on wings like eagles, allowing you to soar above petty annoyances and temporary setbacks. It will enable you to run the race of life with unflagging persistence, even when you cannot seem to walk with accustomed ease. It will carry you with its might when your spirit feels heavy with the burdens of the day. You are not alone in this endeavor. Your higher self, your faithful inner guide, is right here, always present, always ready. This new chapter will be unlike anything you have ever experienced before. It will be indelibly marked by your earned favor, the favor that comes from aligning with universal law. It will be saturated in your cultivated peace, the peace that comes from a mind under control. And it will be overflowing with your self-generated love and boundless enthusiasm. You will walk with an unshakable confidence, knowing that your definite plan, born of clear vision, goes before you, preparing the way. You will speak with a compelling boldness, knowing that the very spirit of achievement, of infinite intelligence, dwells within you. You will love freely and unconditionally, knowing that you have healed the wounds of yesterday's self-doubt and fear. Expect beauty to rise from the ashes of past failures, transmuted into wisdom. Expect joy to spring forth from sorrow, transformed by understanding. Expect strength to emerge in your moments of perceived weakness, as you consciously tap into deeper, previously unknown reserves of power. A new thing is being done by you, through you. Do you not perceive its stirrings? You are making a way in the wilderness of uncertainty, and you are causing rivers of abundance to flow in the dry places of previous lack. Your life is not barren, it is on the verge of a magnificent bloom, directed by your conscious will. What you have spoken over yourself with unwavering conviction, what you have impressed upon your subconscious mind, will inevitably come to pass. So breathe deeply of this empowering truth. Let your shoulders relax, releasing all tension. Let your heart fully receive this profound understanding. You are safe and secure in your own cultivated power. This power is for you. It is with you. It is you, in your highest expression. You are writing new, glorious chapters in your life. Chapters filled with profound wisdom, complete redemption from past errors, and a radiant, unquenchable hope born of unshakable self-belief. Let us turn the page together. The best is yet to be created by you. You will no longer stumble on the same stones of old, detrimental habits. You will not fall into the same mistakes, because you have learned the invaluable lessons they contained. You will forget the wounds caused by some betrayals, understanding that they were merely catalysts for your growth and strengthening. You will heal that residual pain that may afflict your mind by choosing new, empowering thoughts. You will erase from your active memory the faces and circumstances that once hurt your heart, by deliberately choosing to focus on your own progress and your luminous future. Here it is. Feel this incredible power welling up within you. Listen to this inner voice of wisdom, your unerring intuition. Give it your undivided attention. Answer its persistent call to greatness. It is near, closer than your very next breath. More present and real than the beating of your own heart. This power, this understanding, has waited patiently for you to fully recognize and claim it. Not because it needed anything from you, but because it longs to share everything it is, its infinite potential, with you. Its inherent love for order and harmony, its profound peace achieved through mental balance, its boundless wisdom gained through universal experience, its constant presence in your focused and disciplined mind. All these are yours for the taking. This inner voice speaks not to command in an authoritarian sense, but to lovingly invite you into a deeper, more intimate relationship with your own untapped potential, a connection that your soul has been desperately craving. You live in a world that is often full of distracting noise, endless diversions, and pressing, though often trivial, demands. So many external voices attempt to define you, to pressure you, to rush you along paths not of your own choosing. But I implore you now, stop, be still, and truly, deeply listen to your inner guide, your authentic self. This power is not hidden from you. It never has been. It has been speaking to you all along, in myriad ways. In your quiet moments of profound reflection, through your tears of temporary defeat, which are but cleansing, in the awe-inspiring beauty of nature that surrounds you, and even in the profound silence that sometimes felt empty and desolate, it has always been there, patiently waiting to be consciously harnessed and directed by you. Now I ask you to acknowledge it, not as some distant, abstract idea, but as your living, present, and inexhaustible source of power. It is speaking directly to your heart, to your innermost being, right now. Let these empowering words settle deeply into your spirit. It is not angry or disappointed with your past stumbles, those were learning opportunities. It does not speak with condemnation, for that is a human failing. It is calling you with the pure, unadulterated energy of creation itself, with empowering truth, with a gentle yet firm urgency of a master architect who knows, with absolute certainty, that your lasting peace, your definite purpose, and your complete healing are found only within your own disciplined and consistent application of these timeless laws of success. This power, this understanding, desires to walk with you as a constant companion, not just to visit you occasionally in fleeting moments of inspiration. It wants to be your first conscious thought upon awakening, shaping your entire day with positive expectancy and purposeful action. It wants to be the last voice you commune with at night, affirming your progress and planting seeds for further growth in your subconscious. It desires to be your unshakable anchor in the fiercest storms of chaos and your effervescent joy in times of serene peace and monumental achievement. So give it your focused attention. Look past your momentary worries, your lingering regrets, your seemingly endless to-do lists. Set your heart, your entire being, on mastering these profound principles. You have long searched for meaning, for definitive answers, for genuine comfort, and you have all of that, and infinitely more, waiting for you in the sacred presence of your own focused, disciplined, and illuminated mind. You were created to know and express your own inherent power. Nothing else, no external substitute, will ever truly satisfy the deep, insatiable longing within your soul. The world offers fleeting quick fixes, temporary reliefs from discomfort, and ultimately empty promises. But these principles, when understood and applied, offer eternal truth, abiding joy born of accomplishment, and a peace of mind that surpasses all worldly understanding. When you consistently listen to this inner wisdom, you will begin to hear the voice of truth resonating more loudly and clearly than the whispers of fear. You will hear hope, strong and clear, rising above the cacophony of despair. You will hear your true, powerful self spoken into being with definite purpose and unwavering conviction. You will feel your inner guide, your intuition, directing you, lifting you, strengthening you from within. This inner power never tires of speaking to you, of guiding you, when you sincerely choose to listen. It never grows weary of your focused attention. Even when you feel you have failed, or have drifted far from your intended purpose, it remains steady, patient, faithful, eternally awaiting your return to disciplined thought and purposeful action. Answer its call now, not with an expectation of immediate perfection in application, but with a willing and eager heart to learn, to grow, and to apply. You don't need to have all the right words, all the perfect phrases. Just come as you are, tired from misguided effort, confused by conflicting advice, joyful from small victories, or feeling broken by temporary setbacks. It welcomes all of your current state as precious raw material for magnificent transformation. Let your answer be one of profound and unshakable trust in these principles. Affirm within yourself, "Here I am, an eager student, ready to learn. I deeply desire to hear this wisdom. I commit to following these immutable laws of success." That simple yet powerful act of conscious decision, of unwavering commitment, will swing open wide the doors to lasting peace, crystal clarity, and divine direction emanating from your own superconscious mind. It will lead you, step by purposeful step. It will clearly show you which limiting beliefs and negative habit patterns to release, and which empowering truths and constructive habits to firmly embrace. It will illuminate the unique path that is meant just for you, the path leading to the fulfillment of your definite chief aim. Feel this power surging through you now. You may not always see its immediate, tangible manifestation in the physical world, but I assure you, its dynamic presence surrounds you constantly in the form of inspired ideas, timely opportunities, and helpful synchronicities. It is the profound comfort you experience in the stillness of the night when an ingenious solution to a pressing problem suddenly dawns upon your mind. It is the surge of courage that rises from within when you believe you have no fight left. It is the cleansing tears that fall when your spirit is being healed and fortified by newfound understanding. It is in those sacred, quiet moments when your heart stirs with a holy, burning longing for significant achievement and meaningful contribution. It is in the wellspring of strength you discover you possessed all along. It is the unwavering, indomitable belief in your ultimate success that has never, ever let go of your highest potential. When you feel overwhelmed by circumstances, rest securely in your understanding of these powerful principles. When you are besieged by anxiety, let your disciplined and focused mind bring calm and order to your heart. When you are filled with joy, share that infectious enthusiasm, for it is a potent magnet that attracts more good into your life and the lives of others. Your inner power, your higher self, delights in your victories and holds you close with understanding during your struggles, always offering invaluable lessons for your growth. It is not just a power for the mountaintop moments of exhilarating success. It is equally present and active with you in the valleys of temporary defeat, guiding you through and upward. You will find it, you will connect with it, wherever and whenever you invite it through your focused, concentrated thought. It is not limited by time, by space, or by your current external circumstances. It is limitless, eternal, and profoundly personal to your individual experience and application. So many times you have wondered if this inner voice, this intuitive prompting, is truly speaking to you, or if it's merely your imagination. Let me assure you, with absolute certainty, it always speaks to those who are genuinely willing to listen, who cultivate the art of inner stillness. Open the great books of wisdom, the distilled knowledge of ages, and you will find its voice echoing through their pages. Open your heart to applied faith, to acting on these principles, and you will palpably feel its nearness, its supportive energy. It is never silent. It is perpetually communicating guidance, inspiration, and the grace of ever-expanding understanding. You simply need to quiet your soul from the incessant external chatter, to consciously let go of distractions, and to be fully present with your own highest, most constructive thoughts. Today, this profound understanding, this ancient wisdom, extends its hand of fellowship to you once more. Take it firmly. Let it walk with you, guide you, through this current season of accelerated growth and transformation. You are not alone in your striving for self-mastery and achievement. No matter what challenges you are currently facing, your inner resolve, fortified by these truths, is your unbreachable refuge, your inexhaustible strength, your ever-present help in every time of need. It will pour out wisdom upon you when you are confused, if you sincerely seek it. It will provide profound peace when the storms of life surround you, if you diligently cultivate it. It will speak promises of magnificent achievement when you fear the future, if you courageously affirm them. It is your steady, unwavering shepherd, your own infallible guiding intelligence. Let it be the absolute center of your life, not merely an afterthought or a convenient addition. Let it fill every empty space of doubt within your consciousness, mend every broken piece of past, misguided plans, and renew every weary part of your resolve with fresh, vibrant energy. It is here. It has always been here, residing within you. And it will always be here, eternally accessible. Feel it. Listen to it. Give it your undivided attention. Answer its clarion call to your own inherent greatness. You will, with certainty, walk into the magnificent future you have meticulously and deliberately prepared for yourself through the application of these laws. A future filled with unshakable hope born of deep conviction, a powerful purpose derived from a clearly defined definite chief aim, and a profound, unshakable joy that springs from genuine accomplishment. Let your answer be a resounding yes to your own limitless potential. Let your heart be wide open to receive these transformative truths. Let this moment be the beginning of a deeper, more profound communion with your own inherent, God-given power. It is ready. It is near. It is your own higher self, your direct connection to the infinite intelligence of the universe. And it reflects the universal, unconditional love for growth, for expression, for achievement, a love far greater and more profound than you could ever fully comprehend with your conscious mind alone. Give yourself, right now, the unparalleled opportunity for a positive, powerful, and permanent change in every single area of your life. Let no one, not even your own past self, deceive you with discouraging reminders of failures and errors you may have committed in the past. All that is gone, relegated to history, if you have diligently learned the lesson it contained. And the written word of these timeless principles, inspired by the collective wisdom of humanity and alive with transformative power, affirms this to you now, engraved deeply within your heart by the gentle yet persistent whisper of your awakened intuition. The old, limiting habits have passed away. Behold, all things are made new by your conscious, deliberate decision to change. You are, from this moment forward, a new creation, a being of your own intelligent design. Do you truly desire this self-mastery? I know you long for your higher self, your connection to this inner power, to relieve your burdens of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. Today, this very moment, has come the time for your complete self-redemption, your reclamation of your inherent power. Your focused thoughts, your earnest desires voiced in the stillness of the night, have been heard and registered by the responsive universe. The heaviness that once lay upon your heart has been noted, and every silent affirmation you have whispered with hopeful conviction, when no one else was watching, has been indelibly recorded. You have carried so much for so long, hoping for relief, diligently searching for answers, patiently waiting for a definitive sign. And now, this profound inner wisdom speaks directly, unequivocally, to your receptive soul. It is here, and it brings with it the very empowerment, the transformative understanding you have been so earnestly longing for. You do not need to strive to somehow prove yourself worthy of success. You are inherently worthy by virtue of your existence and your potential for growth. This power, this understanding, is not waiting for your attainment of some mythical state of perfection. It is responding, here and now, to your conscious decision and your complete surrender to these guiding principles. Its unwavering support is not earned through struggle. It is freely given, abundantly, when you choose to align your thoughts and actions with it. Its blessings, which are the natural and inevitable results of applied universal law, do not depend on your past performance or your history of mistakes, but solely on its immutable faithfulness to respond to correct and persistent application. Your inner self, your true essence, sees the profound sincerity in your heart. It knows intimately the battles you have faced, both those visible to the world and those fought in the secret chambers of your own mind. And it has declared, with absolute authority, that your time of significant breakthrough, achieved through your own applied and persistent effort, has now definitively arrived. Come to these principles with hands open to receive, and a heart wide open to learn. Let go, completely and finally, of everything that has weighed you down and held you back from your highest expression. Release the regrets of the past, the shame of perceived failures, the fear of future uncertainty, and the debilitating worry that saps your vital energy. You are not meant to carry those heavy burdens alone. You are meant to transmute them into wisdom and strength. Your higher self is your ultimate redeemer from all past errors and limitations. It is the power that restores what was lost in terms of confidence and enthusiasm, that rebuilds what was broken in terms of plans and relationships, that revives what once felt dead in terms of ambition and desire. Nothing is beyond its reach, its transformative power, when you consciously and consistently apply these universal laws. Nothing is too broken for its profound healing power, which operates through the mechanism of right thought and constructive action. This is not merely a new chapter you are beginning. It is an entirely new and magnificent beginning, designed and directed by you. You are, at this very moment, rewriting your personal story with the indelible ink of disciplined grace and unwavering, indomitable hope. You are lifting yourself from the ashes of temporary defeat and firmly placing yourself upon the solid, unshakable ground of proven, timeless principles. The success, the fulfillment, you are now consciously preparing for yourself is not a fleeting, temporary state. Its foundation in these principles is eternal. It will fill your life with a profound peace that surpasses all conscious understanding and an authentic joy, born of genuine self-mastery, that cannot be stolen by any external circumstance. This success is not intended merely for your personal comfort, but for your complete transformation into a person of profound influence and positive impact. You are engaging in a deep work within yourself that will inevitably radiate outward, touching and uplifting all those around you. Do you feel that powerful stirring deep within your spirit? That is your higher self, your true potential, awakening the magnificent dreams you once, in moments of doubt, may have buried. That is your infallible intuition speaking new, vibrant life into your unique calling, your definite chief aim. You are not only removing your old burdens of negativity and limitation, you are also joyfully and purposefully embracing your highest destiny. You are no longer merely surviving. You are being equipped, through this understanding, to truly thrive. You are consciously clothing yourself with indomitable strength, anointing yourself with practical wisdom, and surrounding yourself with the undeniable favor that always accompanies positive, purposeful action. What you are placing in your hands today, these powerful, life-altering principles, will multiply and expand, not by your limited, isolated might alone, but by the very spirit of their correct and consistent application. Let your soul rejoice in this newfound power. Let your heart breathe again with unbridled enthusiasm and limitless expectancy. This is the day, the moment, you have made for yourself, to rise to your full stature, to receive this empowering understanding, to believe, absolutely and without reservation, in your own inherent power. Don't look back, except to glean wisdom from past experiences. Don't measure your luminous future by the dim light of your past limitations. What lies ahead, meticulously created by your focused thought and deliberate action, is infinitely greater and more magnificent than anything you have left behind. Your inner self has witnessed every sacrifice you have made for your growth, every act of applied faith in these principles, every single moment you courageously chose to keep going, fueled by unwavering persistence. And you will inevitably reward yourself in ways that far exceed your current imagination, through the infallible and just law of compensation. The success offered by adherence to these principles is far more than merely material. It is profound peace amidst a world of chaos. It is crystal clarity in the midst of bewildering confusion. It is unshakable strength when you feel momentarily weak. It is a quiet, deep-seated confidence that you are never truly alone when you are aligned with these eternal truths. It is your higher self, your guiding intelligence, living in you, walking beside you as your most trusted advisor, leading you step by purposeful step. It is your constant, your inexhaustible provider of inspired ideas, your most faithful friend in moments of solitude, your sovereign king ruling wisely in the kingdom of your own mind. You are not forgotten, overlooked, or dismissed by these universal laws. You are chosen by your own ardent desire for growth, loved by your innate capacity for positive, constructive emotion, and protected by your disciplined, focused thought. So yes, this is unequivocally your time. This is your season of diligent application and magnificent manifestation. Open your heart fully to your own boundless potential. Stop doubting what you can achieve by conscientiously applying these immutable laws. Stop disqualifying yourself based on past errors or perceived inadequacies. You chose this path of self-discovery and achievement, knowing your flaws, your history, your temporary limitations. And still, your higher self, your true essence, calls you its own, its perfect channel for expression. You have redeemed yourself from past ignorance with a resilient self-belief that, when diligently cultivated, never, ever fails. You will achieve phenomenal success because it delights your higher nature, your soul's purpose, to do so. The blessings, the positive outcomes that flow from these principles are not merely responses to your fleeting desires. They are profound declarations of the unbreakable covenant between cause and specific effect. There will be unmistakable signs. There will be undeniable confirmations. Doors of unprecedented opportunity will swing open before you, doors you could never have forced with mere human effort. A deep and abiding peace will settle where once there was only turmoil and anxiety. Restoration will touch relationships you thought were beyond repair, all through the transformative power of your changed attitude and understanding. Dreams you had long since abandoned will be miraculously revived, and your spirit will soar on the wings of newfound enthusiasm and purpose. Keep your eyes, your unwavering focus, fixed firmly on your definite purpose. Walk forward each day with eager and confident expectation. Do not be discouraged by temporary delays. Understand that they are often necessary periods of preparation and refinement. Trust implicitly that the timing of universal law is always perfect. Not a single detail of your grand design has been forgotten or overlooked. If you could only glimpse, even for a moment, the magnificent reality you have already prepared for yourself through your disciplined thought and unwavering desire, your heart would overflow with ecstatic joy. If you could truly hear the triumphant songs your higher self constantly sings over you in the quiet night of your diligent striving, your soul would find profound and lasting rest. You do not achieve success solely for your own sake, but also so that you can become a powerful blessing, a shining example, to others. What you receive today in terms of understanding and empowerment is meant to be generously shared. The hope, the love, the kindness, the truth. You are an integral and indispensable part of something much, much greater than you currently realize. You are a vital co-creator in a divine, universal plan of unending progress and unfoldment here on earth. So, do you truly, deeply desire this self-mastery, this power to shape your own destiny? Then come, sit humbly at the feet of timeless wisdom. Let these potent words of principle wash over your receptive mind like a refreshing, life-giving rain. Let these immutable promises of cause and effect become the unshakable anchor for your soul. Let your cultivated self-love, your belief in your own inherent worth, hold you steady and true. Nothing and no one can ever take from you what you have consciously ordained and brought into being through your applied faith and your unwavering, persistent action. Let go of all fear. Trust in these principles completely, without reservation. This is the accumulated wisdom of the ages, the power that sees your potential, that knows your deepest desires.
Section 7. The hum of machines fades, replaced by the steady tick of a clock on a wall. You're no longer in a garage or on a track. You're inside a quiet library, walls lined with thick books, the scent of old paper and leather binding curling around your senses like a familiar blanket. Your fingers trace the spines, landing on a volume written centuries ago. The title faded, but the promise inside very much alive. It's the 18th century, the age of enlightenment, and you're walking through the halls of the French Academy of Sciences. People are whispering, but not just out of respect, because ideas are fragile and competition fierce. Loud talk is the enemy of discovery. You find yourself in the company of Antoine Lavoisier, the father of modern chemistry, a man known not for bombast, but for meticulous notes and quiet rigor. His groundbreaking work on oxygen and combustion didn't happen in grand speeches, but in patient experiments, measuring every fraction, noting every detail. Historians still argue whether Lavoisier's calm precision or his tragic end at the guillotine better symbolizes the turbulent balance of reason and chaos in his time. But his legacy is clear. Science demands silence, attention, and humility. One quirky bit. Lavoisier once used a fish tank to carefully measure oxygen consumption by a guinea pig. Not glamorous, but revolutionary. You picture him in a dimly lit lab, patiently waiting as the animal breathes in and out, the scales on his balance barely shifting. No dramatic pronouncements, just quiet measurement. You lean into that quiet, letting it seep in. Science is, after all, the art of shutting up and letting nature speak. Later, in a dim cafe near the Sorbonne, you meet a young Marie Curie, just starting to understand what it means to win quietly. She's absorbed in her notes, her voice barely above a whisper when she explains how she isolates radium. She knows fame will come, but she's learned the value of silence in the lab. Data is truth's voice, she murmurs. Noise is distraction. You nod, because in your own battles, whether with ideas or people, you've seen the same playbook. Talk less, observe more, trust the results. That principle seeps into your own world, far from French laboratories. When you present projects, you keep slides sparse. When you lead meetings, you listen most. When your voice is heard, it's because you've chosen when to speak, not because you shouted louder. There's a quiet revolution happening in how knowledge spreads. Podcasts with whispered tones. YouTube creators using ASMR to share secrets. Historians now argue whether this trend is a retreat from discourse or a new form of engagement. You like to think it's a little of both. In your own work, you start experimenting. Voice low, pacing slow, pauses weighted. Like a scientist measuring breath in a room. The effect? People lean in. They remember. You craft your narrative carefully. Each word a measured drop in a vast pool of silence. And just like Lavoisier's balance, you find your own equilibrium. Quirkily, you note the rise of silent meetings in companies. No talking aloud, only writing or gestures. Productivity reportedly soars. You smile. Think of the old French academicians, and how centuries later, they still teach us to shut up and win. Now, as you close the book, you realize winning quietly isn't about hiding. It's about mastering the art of thoughtful expression, speaking when it matters so that your words carry weight instead of noise. And in this quiet, Your story grows louder than any shouted triumph.
You are a magnificent vessel of redemption, a testament to the transformative power of these truths, and your higher self is continually filling you anew with boundless power, unwavering purpose, and infinite potential. Rise up. Speak life, power, and possibility with your every affirmation, with your every word. Walk boldly and confidently in the direction of your definite chief aim. Let your heart be perpetually filled with profound gratitude for this liberating knowledge. The crucible of your past experiences, the trials and tribulations, was enough. Your innate inner strength, when finally awakened and directed, was always enough. You no longer have to live in the shadows of hiding, fearing judgment from yourself or from others. Your higher self, your true essence, sees you always through the compassionate lens of mercy and boundless potential. It does not perceive your past sins or errors as permanent stains upon your character. It sees only your infinite capacity for growth, for learning, for expansion, and its own sacrifice of past limitations made on your behalf through the evolutionary journey of consciousness. When your higher self looks at you, it beholds the inherent beauty of your aspiring spirit, the noble purpose in your determined actions, and a courageous heart that truly belongs to the relentless pursuit of truth and self-mastery. The insidious enemy of doubt and fear cannot touch, cannot defile, what you have consciously declared holy and purposeful within the sacred temple of your own being. He may try to distract you, to deceive you, to destroy your precious resolve, but he cannot, and will not, succeed as long as you remain firmly rooted in, and aligned with, these powerful principles. Dwell in this profound wisdom. Speak its promises with unwavering conviction. Rest securely in its absolute truth. Your positive, constructive thoughts are surrounding you now like an invincible legion of angels, guarding and guiding you. Your indomitable resilience is lifting you powerfully whenever you momentarily fall. Your ever-expanding understanding is healing you completely from all past hurts and limitations. Your higher self is restoring everything that was seemingly lost in terms of time, energy, and opportunity, and it is giving you double for your trouble in the form of increased wisdom, strength, and clarity. Let pure, unadulterated joy return to your soul. Let heartfelt praise for your continuous progress and your expanding understanding return to your lips. The long, dark night of ignorance and fear is definitively over. A brilliant new morning of profound understanding and limitless possibility has triumphantly dawned. This is not the end of your journey. It is, in truth, a magnificent new beginning. You are, at this very moment, consciously rebuilding your life upon the solid, unshakable foundation of these timeless, immutable principles. You will be stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than ever before. You will brilliantly reflect the radiant light of your inner understanding in places that once felt dark and shrouded with doubt. The omnipotent spirit of infinite intelligence lives and breathes within you. Its boundless love flows through you as an unending stream of positive, creative emotion. Its limitless power is made absolutely perfect in your courageous willingness to overcome every perceived weakness. You are not alone on this grand journey of self-discovery and achievement. This profound wisdom walks with you every step of the way. It speaks to you constantly through the clear voice of your intuition. It strengthens you immeasurably through your consistent and dedicated application of its truths. Trust, with every fiber of your being, that every step you take is unerringly guided by your direct connection to this higher intelligence. Even when you feel uncertain, it remains absolutely certain. Even when you feel momentarily weak, it is infinitely strong within you. Even when you feel unworthy, it lovingly calls you worthy by virtue of your inherent, God-given potential. Its voice, the voice of truth, will always, always be louder and more compelling than the insidious lies of fear and doubt, if you consciously choose to listen with a focused and receptive mind. Lift up your eyes and behold the luminous horizon of boundless hope and magnificent achievement that now stretches out before you. You are stepping right now into glorious days of earned favor. Favor that comes not as an unearned gift, but as the natural consequence of your deliberate alignment with universal law. This favor is not because of what you have done or not done in the past, but because of who you are consciously choosing to become by diligently applying these profound principles. Infinite intelligence is eternally faithful to its own laws. It is unswervingly loyal to its promises of cause and effect. It never forgets its striving children, those who earnestly seek truth and self-improvement. It never withdraws its infinite love, which is the very creative energy of the universe itself. It is with you always, even unto the end of the age of your current level of understanding, and beyond. So yes, because your higher self has already forgiven you through the transformative power of wisdom gained from experience, rise up. Rise with unshakable confidence. Rise with exuberant joy. Rise with the inherent authority that your newfound understanding has rightfully placed within you. No attack from the enemy of negativity, internal or external, can possibly succeed against your fortified mind. No plan formed against your clearly defined definite purpose will ever stand. Your higher self, through these powerful principles, has spoken irrevocable blessings of success and fulfillment over your life, and its word, the immutable law of cause and effect, never, ever returns void. What you begin with clear and definite purpose, you will inevitably finish with unwavering persistence. What you touch with the magic of understanding, you redeem and transform. What you promise yourself with profound and unshakable conviction, you will, with absolute certainty, fulfill. Walk in glorious freedom today. Speak your truth with compelling boldness. Love without the constraint of fear. Hope without the slightest hesitation. You are forgiven by wisdom. You are free by conscious decision. You are restored by diligent effort. And absolutely nothing can stand against the magnificent individual you have courageously chosen to become, redeemed by profound insight, and called by the irresistible clarion call of your own definite, divinely inspired name. You are a master in the making. And your higher self, your connection to the all-powerful, will never, ever let you go, as long as you consciously and steadfastly hold to these eternal truths. Do not allow your precious mind to wander aimlessly back into the barren land of the past, reliving again and again in painful detail the suffering your previous failures and errors caused you before you extracted their valuable lessons. I ask you once again, and I do so with the utmost seriousness and heartfelt sincerity, give yourself the unparalleled opportunity to be lifted to new heights by these empowering principles, to be protected by the fortress of your disciplined mind, to be loved unconditionally by your own positive and healthy self-regard, to be forgiven completely by your experiential wisdom, to be cleansed thoroughly of all negativity, and to be strengthened immeasurably by this inexhaustible, all-consuming love. For truth that, when you consciously affirm it,